Unfortunately, I can't go back to the shop yet, so I can't buy the energy balancer. Probably should have held off from buying one of those extra E-tanks. Oh well, what is done is done. Okay, we have a long climb upwards and then a segmented way down. Staircase, I mean. And unlike at the end of each typical stage, instead of that, now the weapon energies are not refilled, as expected. And unlike Mega Man Rock Force, your reflected shots don't hurt enemies. That's unfortunate. I really should use beat more. In the normal stage, of course. Oh no, not an elevator segment. Okay, that makes it a lot simpler. Can I kill these? Yes, I can! Okay. I suspect a lot more of these elevator segments will be coming soon. Oh no. Now we have Quick Man force beams. At least they're not they don't go off all the time. But of course I think they're instant death. Or close to being. But yeah, I forgot to mention in the previous boss due to all the hecticness, but I quite enjoyed the Wily boss team. Very tense and very energetic. I'll have to listen to it more when I'm not in the boss fight, of course. But it sounds wonderful. In fact, I would say most of the soundtrack of this game is wonderful. It's not... It's definitely not something I would... It's definitely not like Mega Man Unlimited or Mega Man Raw Force in terms of quality, but I would say it's quite in a very good region. Maybe in my top 10 of fan games, or even top 5. I just need to listen to it a few more times in order to make my better decision. In order to come to a final decision. Yeah, I'm not chancing this. I'm waiting. Yep, as I expected. Oh, okay, so instead of killing you instantly, it just drains your health. That's nice and makes it a lot more fair. One of my main complaints of Quick Man's force beams is that if you're not well, for one, they're constant. They're constant sets of beams. In essence, if you... Oops, sorry. In essence, if you don't get it right the first time, you're stuck and you have to die. Here, they're not constant, so if you miss it once, it's fine. You can try again once the force beam goes away. Whereas in Quick Man's, it wasn't possible if you weren't fast enough. And unlike Quick Man's force beams, it'll drain your health quickly, as you saw there, instead of instantly killing you. Even if in Quick Man's stage, if the force beams didn't disappear if you weren't fast enough, if they did constant damage, that would have been much better. But enough of that, there's been a lot of discussion of how Quick Man would be improved anyway in previous games. I mean, by a lot of people over the years. I mean, Mega Man 2 is over 20 years old now, I think. So yeah, back to this game. But I like how the gimmicks and other things are portrayed in this. At this point though, I'd say level 2 is a bit easier. Stage 3 of the Wily Fortress, or Proto-Fortress, it appears to be a bit easier. I was expecting something a little bit more challenging, in comparison to what happened in level 2 with all those spike drops. But it's a welcome change. To be fair though, these force beams would be a lot more dangerous if I didn't have the halving ability of the armor. I keep singing the praises of the armor pieces I have bought, but I can't emphasize how much it saved me from death and having to retry so many times. I mean, a lot of these attacks would be doing 2 or 3 damage and I would be dead several times, necessitating me to buy a lot more health, extra lives, where now I can focus more on buying the upgrades, as well as the E and M tanks. As a novice player, I wouldn't be able to do that until I got enough experience to become an adept, or had enough expertise to get through these stages. After all, whenever I did the hard mode runs or normal mode runs of Unlimited and Rock Force, I had to retry so many times. I had so much footage of failures that it was kind of frustrating at times to get through stages. But with this, with all the upgrades, it makes it a lot simpler. Ow. Oh no. Okay, that's nice. It doesn't launch you right into the middle of these lasers. Or it doesn't drop you right into the middle. There's always a safe spot you can take. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Ow. Just you have to be very careful though. Ow. Zap barrier. Oh, okay. Not too bad. I was worried I was gonna die right there. Yeah, and I can pass through these force beams with no problem with the zap barrier, as expected. Okay, these are not ice blocks, thankfully, just glass blocks. So no slipping and sliding over here. Quickly make your way down here. Oh, okay, so this is the Quickman segment now. At least unlike Quickman stage, at least gives you time to get used to the mechanics. Zap! Oh yeah, I didn't have enough life. I guess these are the instant death lasers. Okay. I don't complain about it as much as Quickman as it gives you or other stages with force beams, because at least it gives you more time to get used to what the dangers are. Okay, now I have to make it very fast through this segment. Otherwise I'll fall. Okay, so made it to the entrance, it was that close. Okay, we have another underwater boss fight. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Okay, so it's similar to those smaller enemies I've been facing. Okay, it fires the bubbles and then fires all these fireballs which bounce over the room. Okay, and these thunderbolts. Not too bad yet. You really have to be careful about dodging these. I presume he's weak against the zap barrier. Nope. Okay, flash dagger. Yeah, you have to be a little careful dodging it. But other than that, he's not too difficult. In fact, he's easier than the second boss, I would say, because the less amount of projectiles. He's a lot more pattern-based, so those thunderbolts, you can sneak through it pretty easily. And those water bubbles, if you're used to how those smaller enemies, the way they throw it out counterclockwise, you should be used to it here. And the fireballs, they'll do the most challenge, but I notice if you jump in just right, you can avoid taking damage. Which I'll probably do when I formally do this game. Alright, on to stage 4. And we're getting close to Proto Man himself. I wonder when we're going to have the hatch room where we need to face off against all the boss. Huh. Okay, this reminds me a lot of Gravity Man. 1 times gravity, 2 times gravity. And we have all those Swamp lookalikes. I wonder... Yep, I can pass right through them. Nice. But now half gravity, just like water. Let's take the upper pad. Okay, the upper pad was rewarding enough. Zap barrier as always. It's so useful. I really wish I could use the Silk Rain more. In fact, I wish I could use more of these weapons more. But of course, because it's my first run through, I'm more focusing on the easier to use Leaf Boomerang, Zap Barrier, Flash Dagger, sometimes Giant Axe, and Trash Attack. Things like the Silk Rain, Magic Missile, well, Magic Missile I'm using too. Things like the Silk Rain are being kind of neglected. I'm pretty sure in the hands of a good enough player, you can inundate an area and make it much faster to go through. But they're usually better against the long foes who can actually hurt, of course. But yeah, they still be useful against the bosses. Okay, double gravity. Okay, at least I can destroy these using my axe. Of course, I could just use my rush jet if I really wanted to. But yeah, I see so many utilities for using the the Zap Barrier. I mean, look, it passes through a lot of different foes at once. I mean, see, no damage here, and I can just jump over everything. Even through the force beams, it provides temporary invulnerability. So many uses for this single weapon. Okay, here's the obligatory mole section again. So I guess this is where I restock on stuff. Especially as I have the helmet at increased drop rate now. Yeah, I think that was progress. I have enough energy to survive. Weapon energy, that is. Or if that happens, it works better. Ow. Yeah, I jumped too high. Ow, I keep forgetting I have a lower gravity potential, so I keep taking damage. At least I can grab it and just drop it immediately into a more preferable position. Ah, nice, an extra life. Yeah, I think that's enough and time to discontinue. Ooh, a free tank. In fact, it's not as difficult. It's even easier to get in some of the other ones, mainly because there's no spikes. I mean, the other stage which had moles, being Axeman, it was more difficult to get it because it's right next to an instant death trap. Here, it's not even next to one of these instant death traps, just a lot of moles, which you can easily power through with no upgrades at all. Alright, it's Zap Barrier because I don't think I can make this jump correctly. Okay, back to normal speed. And jumping too high again. Sigh. Oh, and we're sent right back here. That's not exactly the best location, but I'll take it. Yeah, it is definitely harder than the previous mole section because of the lower gravity and the higher concentration of spikes. Oh, at least all these. Okay, the small weapon energies respawn. That's pretty generous. And of course, if this happens. Oh, this is so hilarious to see happen. Because the moles can get destroyed in one hit, I can easily just use this and clear the entire screen of moles. I mean, just look at this. This is hilarious, actually. Yep. The magical missile is now the best weapon against moles. Clearly. And still I jump too high. Figures that would happen. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot that. Back to 2 times gravity. 1 times. I wonder if there are any secrets in these stages. If there is, yeah, I'm missing them completely. And this was a great place to use Soak Rain. It's gonna be kind of a... You know what, let's just use Rush Jet. Oh. Okay, so going half by half. Not too bad yet. But yeah, this. Even less of a problem than I'm expecting it to be. So yeah, a lot of careful jumping puzzles over a perilous terrain like this. During using low gravity, of course. What else would it be? Whoa. Thank goodness for the snapping effect. Back to 2 times. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the leaf boomerang. After all... Oh. Okay. After all, if you should have the leaf boomerang at this point, so... Ow. So why waste it? Why not use it? Yeah, I should have just used my bounce ability. Normal jumping. So we're taken back here. So half. Ow. Only does 3 damage. For something of this size, I was expecting it to do something like 6 damage. Oh well. 6 or 8. Yeah, these swords can be kind of an issue. But as long as you time your shots, it isn't really. I mean, they go down in 1 hit. I mistook that spike over there as a platform, hence the sudden jitter. Okay, back to this segment. This time hopefully with less fail. increase gravity again. And failed to jump over him. Keep lowering these twomps down. And back to normal gravity, which I should be at. Oh, okay. So we could have done the previous section with double gravity, with some clever platforming. Back to double gravity, though. Oh. Is this the Yoku Devil? Oh no. Oh boy, it's a close range battle. We have to slide under these fireballs. Better get to the other side. Oh no. I have to dodge everything, like... What is this weak against anyway? Not the flash dagger. Not that. Not that. Yeah, so brain figures that would be. Oh, and safety platforms. I suspect in the easier versions the safety platforms will always be there. So essentially it's a very close range claustrophobic battle where you have to jump over those fireballs of sorts. And be able to jump over the pit when he starts doing all those other crazy attacks. I was able to speed past it thanks to my souped up buster, but I can imagine this being a very dangerous boss when you don't have any of these upgrades. It's a common thing I say without any of these upgrades. But I'll keep saying it over and over. Without any of these upgrades, you have a lot of these bosses, especially the fortress, are much more hazardous.